Hey Cover Girls, it's Admin Pickles here. So this is the first video in my How to Lose Weight, my weight loss journey series. I'm not sure where I'm going with this, but yeah, half the video's tips and the other half is my personal stats. Anyways, this is week 0. So why is this week 0? This is week 0 because it's our foundation right here. In week 0, you want to start setting yourself up to establish healthy patterns for week 1. So the first tip for week 0 is to drink water. I know you hear it all the time. Pretty much the obvious one. So how much water should you be drinking? I know everybody's heard of that whole drink eight 8-ounce glasses a day. So that's 64 ounces of water. That is a generalization, and personally, I don't believe in that. I think, it's just like a baseline thing. So the rule that I follow is I try to drink half my body weight in ounces. So hopefully that's not too confusing, but what I mean is, for example, I weigh 196.4 pounds. That means I try to drink 98.2 ounces of water a day. And my minimum is that 64 ounces that's recommended. So that's what I shoot for based on my body weight and my level of activity to make sure that I feel like I'm properly hydrated because, water is great for you. Um, the second tip for week 0 is to start a food diary. There are lots of options out there, but the only one that I've used is fatsecret.com. I've been on the website for 7 years on and off, and I love it. They have lots of great features, but I'm not going to get into that. Just, check it out, see if you like it, and, fiddle around. You can also do it manually if you have that kind of discipline. Discipline? Discipline. Sometimes I mess up my words. That's always an option. Me, I don't. Too lazy. Okay. Uh, that brings me to, oh, no, we're not going to move on to step 3. So the reason why you're keeping a food diary is it helps you hold yourself accountable, because a lot of times we feel like we're not eating a lot, but when you have that food diary, it's a real wake up call to like how much you're eating and what you're eating, and it helps you see where you can make positive changes to better impact your life. So that's why we want to keep a food diary. I also like to count calories. That's my thing. I mean, you don't have to count calories, but for me, I've tried other ways to lose weight, and I have the most success when I actually count calories and plan my meals ahead. So, you might want to give it a shot, maybe not. It's all up to you. The third step is, what was the third step? Oh, know your numbers. The third step is, I'm going to call that know your numbers. So, you need to know where you're starting at. So you take your measurements, like I did mine this morning. I didn't write them down because I was hoping I would remember them. So I'm kind of shooting in the dark for it. So I am 5'5". We're not going to talk about my age. Female, semi-obvious. I weigh 196.4 pounds. My bust measurement, I measured across my nipples, I think was 39. I think, I can't remember, and I'm too lazy to do again. Waist 35, and my hips were 43 inches. I didn't do my calves and arms like I normally do, but I was being lazy this morning, I'm gonna be honest. So that means I have a BMI of, and that BMI means that I am obese, right? I know, crazy. Let me see if I can point in the, nope, nope, wrong way. Wait, get it. So this picture right here, my most like recent picture pretty much, recent normal picture. I'm obese right there. That's what 196.4 pounds of obese pickles looks like right there. Crazy, right? So, since I am obese by those standards, I would like to get out of the obesity range because that's what I have decided is healthy. Not that it's true for everybody, but that's what I go by because I've had eating disorders and body dysmorphia like issues. So to keep myself in line from being anorexic, what I do is I follow those numbers because that way I have like I want to say hard concrete data, but I'm using the quotes because we don't know that that's hard and concrete. But I use those guidelines to keep me from being anorexic. So when I look at myself and I feel like, I'm just a whale, because let's face it, sometimes we look at it in the mirrors and we just think the worst things about ourselves. So when I do that, I step on my scale and I'm like, okay, you weigh this amount. You are well within a healthy weight range for yourself. Stop stressing it. And that's what I do. So, tip number 4 for week 0 is don't weigh yourself every day because it can discourage you and hinder your process. Because I'm not sure the exact range on this because I'm doing this pretty much off the cuff, no planning. I think it's like 1 to 7 pounds in a day. Your weight can fluctuate from eating, drinking, and all that other jazz. So when you weigh yourself multiple times throughout the day or daily, when you see those fluctuations, it might discourage you and you might think that it's not working. So don't do that. When you weigh yourself for the first day of the week that you're starting, that's it. And then you'll weigh yourself again the following week on the same day, preferably at the same time in the same thing that you were wearing. Because of that, I just weigh myself naked. It's a whole lot easier than putting on the same clothes every week. And no, just do it naked. Um, trying to think, is there anything else from for week 0? I think that's everything that covers what we're gonna do in week 0. So, yeah, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, just post them below and I will answer to the best of my abilities. I will leave the links to the things that I used in this video, like the websites and whatnot. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I really do. You know what? It'll just be in next week's video. So all that information will be provided. Thanks for watching.